Hello everyone, welcome to a new podcast. We are here of Pomalo Sport, and our guest of today is our sir Hrvoje Vejić, ex-Croatian football player and now president of NK Jadran. Nice to meet you, Hrvoje.
Hello, nice to meet you too.
How are you today?
I'm okay. A little bit busy, but every day.
You didn't eat yet?
No, not yet. We'll do
Me
it later.
neither. Okay, so I was looking a bit through your career. I saw something interesting, like you started on your local club on
Yes.
NK Jadran,
Yes.
and then you were straight to Zagreb.
Yes, I started.
And how was it from playing only on your local club and then being on NK Zagreb? That I think on that time was like one of the clubs that were competing for the league.
Yes,
right?
yes. Actually, I was playing in the third division for my local club, going to school and playing football because I loved it. And then I received the call from Football Club Zagreb, which was third team back then in Croatia after Hajduk and Dinamo. I went there to train for a week. Then they decided to offer me a contract for 4 years. Then they gave me for a loan for the first year to smaller clubs, for Football Club Lučko and Football Club Inker Zaprešić, where I played for 6 months and then came back to Zagreb to play for the first team. And then it started a little bit. Then I got to the U21 under 21 national team of Croatia, and then my professional career started.
Yeah, to rise.
Step by step, yes.
Yeah, I saw you played more than 60 matches in Zagreb, so it's...
Yes, I played for 3 years, then came to Hajduk Split, which was the national champions in 2001.
How would you describe that to be a Hajduk player?
It is special for any player from Dalmatia, because it's for me biggest club in Croatia. When we talk about the fans, lots of fans cheering for Hajduk, and I was so proud to get the chance to sign the contract with Hajduk Split, which was, like I said, the national champion. It was of course a step forward for me, for my career. Although when I signed for Hajduk that year, Football Club Zagreb became the champions.
Yeah, just the year after, but still.
But Hajduk is Hajduk, so you don't get to reject the call from Hajduk Split.
No, never. As a Dalmatian, never.
Yes.
And do you feel like really the pressure of Torcida on the players?
It is a pressure. It is always a pressure, because you know that some mistake can harm your career or something like that. The fans are really cheering, and they are really passionate about the club. So you feel it all the time. But for me, any player of Hajduk Split has to live with that kind of pressure, and that kind of pressure has to get the best from you at the football field.
Yeah, of course, every professional player has to know how to lead with that.
Yes, we see today that some players cannot live with that kind of pressure, that their performances are not that good. When it comes to the big games, we sometimes play bad because of that pressure, and it is more difficult now because of the social media and networks and the comments, and you cannot just relax and concentrate on your performance on the field. So hopefully Hajduk will get better and return to the first position where I think that the club belongs.
And you were also captain of the team, right?
Yes, I was captain for a year. I played for first time. I played for 4 years.
And then you made
the last year I was a team captain. We won the Croatian championship 2 times in a row, 2004 and 2005. It was a great time for me, lots of memories.
I imagine it was
good,
like
it was a dream came true, especially in 2004.
Pralija na Vejića. Vejić, gol! Kakav gol Vejića, volej dostojan najboljega napadača Hrvoje Vejić. Došao je iz obrane pomoći napadu kontra Hajduka, ali nije prošlo do kraja. Deranja, solo prodor Deranje, evo mat pozicije, Deranja 2:0, Deranja 2:0, je li to kraj, je li to odluka o prvaku, je li to točka na prvenstvo Hrvatske u sezoni 2003-2004, kraj ove utakmice i navijači sa svih strana prodiru u teren. Hajduk je uspješno završio i taj posljednji zadatak u ovoj prvenstvenoj godini.
So many nice memories, and I can't believe that from back then Hajduk didn't win the championship yet. It is almost 20 years, and we all want that Hajduk become champion.
Yeah,
again.
we can say that you were on a special team because it was the last one to win the league.
Yes,
actually.
but it is too long. Of course, I'm proud of my achievements with Hajduk Split. I won 2 championships. I won 2 Croatian Cups and 1 Super Cup.
Yeah.
So many trophies, many good memories. It wasn't all the time easy. There were difficult times, but you have to be better, and those difficult times had to make you more strong and better every day.
And is there any player of that team of Hajduk that was really good, that was dominating Croatia, that you remember the most?
There
as
were
a teammate?
many good players that I used to play with, many stars back then in Croatian football, many national team members. For me, the best was Milan Pajić, of course. He's even these days a celebrity in Croatia and in Turkey, especially. So, but we were a good team. We were good, tough team with lots of character, fighting team, and that's why we achieved those goals that we did.
Yeah, and it's interesting that after that, those years, you went all the way to Siberia, Russia.
Yes,
to
I
play in
went to
Tom
Russia.
Tomsk.
It was a surprise back then because I had some offers from Europe, but it never happened. It all started in 2003 with Werder Bremen. It was close. Then Torino, Panathinaikos, all those clubs, and I was already 28 years old. I won everything here in Croatia and wanted to move on. And I said that the first offer that arrives, I will go. It happens. It was in Russia, far from here. It was in Siberia.
Yeah.
Small club that went from 4th division to first one.
But you play also
Yes.
a long time there.
Yes, I played there for 3.5 years. It was a good experience. It was a good league, tough league. Lots of traveling. Russia is a big country,
Yeah,
and we
of
were
course,
all the
especially
time in airplane. So it was difficult for me and my family because I had a little baby my son was 1 year old.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that. How was it like to adapt to be living in Russia?
It was a little bit difficult because we were all day we were in a training camp. We would go by bus in the morning at 10 a.m. Then we have lunch there, some meetings and talking about tactics, then training or training session 1 or 2, then in the evening dinner, and then I would be going back to home at 8 p.m. and it was difficult.
Tired.
It was difficult for my wife and the kid because we didn't know how to speak Russian, and the baby is small. So we decided that they will be with me sometime. Then they would go home, and then we managed somehow to make it work.
Yeah, I see. And also, do you think there is some cultural difference in talking about football between like Russian league and Croatian league?
It was a more tough league, more physical league. So many duels. At the start of the championship, the football fields were not so good because it was really cold, and the grass was not so
It's no
good quality. So there were long balls and fights between the boxes. So it was a game that was good for me because I was dominating in those parts of football game. So I played really good, and then after a year or two I became a national team member. That was even more difficult because every month when national team gathers, while I wasn't in the national team, I would go home for a week to see my family. And after that, when I became a national team member, then I didn't get to have those 3 days, so I would go directly to national team camp. So it was lots of obligations and not much time to be.
Of sacrifice.
Yes,
I guess,
not much
everything.
time to be with my family, and it was kind of tough.
Yeah, but how was it when you got called up for the first time to the Croatian national team in 2007, right?
Yes, I think so. Around 2007, Slaven Bilic became a national team coach, and he was my coach in Hajduk Split for a year. So he knew me. We talked. He said that he watched me play, and it was good enough for national team. He always liked me as a player, and then I started to go for national team. It was not easy for me to get enough minutes to play because the competition in the defense was really hard. Players from top clubs from Europe played there, so I was waiting for my chance and training hard, and finally I got a few games.
Yeah, you played once in the Euro in 2008.
Yes, I was
also,
in Euro
right?
2008.
The third game of
yes,
groups.
third game
Yeah.
I played against Poland. We won 1-0, and
And then
it was a good time.
Turkey.
Then Turkey, that was a tragedy for us.
What can you say about that game? That you were so close.
It was a good game. We went to extra time. We didn't play that good as good as with Germany in a group phase, but we were better than Turkey.
Yeah.
And then we scored goal in 118 minutes, only 2 minutes to victory.
And you just had to defend the result.
Yes, but it was one long ball and we didn't clear it good enough, and the Turkey player scored, and we lost the penalties. It was very disappointing for us, especially for the younger players that played then, Modric, Rakitic, and Srna, Čorluka. They're really disappointed. Me also, I was really sad because of it, but I was already 31 years old. I had enough experience to get to live with that, but those guys couldn't. I think they still cannot forget it. Me also, I can't forget it because that game should lead us to semi-finals, and I hope that we could get the medal from that competition. But
team played so
well. It's football, you know. Those things happen. We couldn't stay calm after that goal to shoot the penalties. I think only one player scored. The others all missed because of the pressure that we were under. And it was all normal, but too bad because everything that our team succeeded in 2018 and 2022, I think it could have started much earlier if we succeeded to win against Turkey and go further to semi-finals.
Yeah, you're right. And then after the club in Russia, you made a comeback to Hajduk.
Yes.
How come that happened?
They called me to come back. I was thinking about leaving to sign for a club in Germany and something in France. There was some offers, but I decided to come back just because the family, because of the son and wife.
The city.
Son was already 4 years old, and he didn't really know me as a father because I was away all the time. So I decided to come back. I can't say that it was a good decision because we didn't get to win the championship in 2009. We were close. We also lost the cup final. So after that, I had some troubles with the club management. because they were changing all the time. So it was not good period, that second part of me playing in Hajduk, but it was okay. It could have been better, but it also could have been much worse. So I'm satisfied with what I've done in the career.
You are really part of Hajduk's story, I think, because of the titles. You were captain.
Yes, that always stayed written in the history books of Hajduk.
Of course.
So hopefully Hajduk will get the quality players and character players to repeat our victories that we had in the past.
What do you think is necessary to do for Hajduk now to compete again for another title and maybe to have a chance to win it?
Hajduk was, after 6 months, it was at the first place last year, but everything went down in the second part of the championship. I don't know why it happened. There were so many injuries. The atmosphere in the dressing room was not so good. I don't think that those players, although they are quality players and they played everywhere, I don't think that there was connection between the players. That they were not a team. They were individuals that couldn't perform good as a team. So it was all visible on every game. That's why we lost so many games, especially home. We had 5 defeats in a row at home. It didn't happen for 40 years in Hajduk Split. So now we hear that there was some problems with the discipline, with the training, and it is a disaster for a club like Hajduk. I think now Hajduk has to release the players that don't fit to our how do I say it?
No idea of playing.
There were many players that don't feel the club, don't feel the fans. They are just doing their job, and when there is trouble in the dressing room, then you have to have character players, leaders that can lead and calm down the dressing room, and everything changes with a few wins. But last year we didn't get to make that change, and everything went down.
Yeah, and after that Hajduk period you have, the second one, you came back to your club, to NK Jadran.
Yes, I came back. I became the president of the club.
How that happened, that you became president?
I was living. I came to live from Split to Ploče then, and then my brother was town mayor. And then he asked me, the club went down to lower league.
I think they're in third now?
They are in third now, right. The club is now okay, so it was all messy in the club. Lots of coaches went from the club, and the youth team, it was all should have started to work, but we didn't have the management. And then I was called to become the president of the club. I accepted it because I wanted to help the club also, and I was playing also back then. And we came back to the third league immediately after a year, and then it all started to go better for the club. And now club is doing good, is doing great actually, and the new management is really doing a great job, and the club is improving and getting better each day, each year. So it's a good story.
Yeah, and now that you're, for example, president of NK Jadran, do you think that there is some chance that you can be also in some position in Hajduk, like president, for example?
Actually, I'm not at the moment president. We have the new team management because I moved to Split. So about my ambitions, I don't think that I could be president of the Hajduk Split. I think Hajduk Split deserves a president which is very experienced and high professional manager. So it's difficult to be a president of Hajduk Split. So it's not. I don't think that I have the knowledge and experience at the moment.
But maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future
change.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what will happen in the future. But at the moment, I don't think that I'm good for that.
Okay, and you that had a very illustrated career for everything you achieved, what can be an advice that you can be to the young players?
I think that young player should be ready when the chance arrives. There are not many chances for a young player. It will be once or twice, and then you have to be ready to take that chance and show your qualities on the field, because if you miss the chance, you will not get. You will maybe get another chance, but not more than that. So also, young players should believe in themselves. Even during the hard times, I was listening also when I was young that I'm not good enough, that I will not succeed. But
yeah, you have to always believe in yourself.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to work hard. I had some difficulties when it came to professional football, because during my youth age I didn't train like I should have, because there was war back then in the 90s. In Ploče there were no trainings. Then I went to Dubrovnik there where I went to college with my brother. So also not good enough trainings. So when I came to Zagreb, I was physically not in shape for the first division, but I worked hard and.
I think especially that, right? Like
yes,
worked hard.
I worked
some
hard.
sacrifices.
I was all into it, and I only wanted for a chance to get, and finally I got the chance. I used it, and everything went better and better.
Okay. Ja pričam malo hrvatski.
Dobro.
Volio bih vas pitati par pitanja na hrvatskom.
Može,
ako hoćeš.
može, rado.
Okay. Kad si bio dijete, koji je bio tvoj omiljeni nogometaš? Možeš reći 2 ili 3?
Pa ja sam kao dijete sam više igrao u napadu, pa tako su mi napadači bili omiljeni igrači. U prvom redu Marko Van Basten. A iz Hrvatske Alen Bokšić, Zvonimir Boban i tako. Maradona naravno.
Maradona.
Da.
Yeah, great. One of the greatest.
Yes, of course.
Okay, well, that was all for today's podcast. Thank you so much for your time, for being here with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, and well, don't forget to subscribe to our Pomalo Sport podcast and be there to wait for the next one.